So in this episode, I'll be talking about laning phase, about using catapults, killing catapults, double waving, pulls, and many more things, to be honest. For me, the laning phase is like, it could be really important if you can snowball or if you can use it as best as you can. But like if you're losing, it's not the end of the world as well. I feel like you can recover nicely even if you're losing the lane. So it's not that big of a deal. But of course, you want to have the best performance during the laning stage. And I'm going to show you how to do it. Alright, so in this game I'm playing Gyro and Wisp against Phoenix and Sand King, and I'm going to show you almost ideal situation, how you want to lane. So let's take a look. Basically level 1, I realized that these guys are super weak, and like Phoenix cannot fight back even if you go on him. He needs to use dive, and if he gets dive, basically they lose the lane. Sand King level 1, kind of weak, doesn't really do anything to you, so you can allow yourself to play really aggressive, and that's what we're going to do. Like I realized these guys are super weak level 1. He already showed that he has spirits, so no dive, he cannot get out. Straight away I'm getting rocket and we're going on this guy. That's how you realize what's the importance on this lane, and they cannot stop me. This guy got Caustic Finale, we saw it, we saw the Fire Spirit, we just go on him. I don't give a fuck, I don't care about creeps at all. Like I'm just ignoring the creeps and I'm just going for the kill. Because this way you're just gonna kill off the region at best, or you're just gonna get a kill. As you can see, I don't care about the creeps, I'm just ignoring creeps. And we get a first, not a first blood, but we get a kill. And we keep going aggressive. Every time I get a chance, I'm gonna try to hit Sand King. You know, we get a rocket, try to zone him a little bit. We had ops as well. Like ideally, you don't wanna let them push it into your face. Like you want to double wave them, but with Wisp Gyro, it's a little bit hard to do that. So they're gonna get the pull, but this doesn't matter. Even if they get the pull, that's fine because we can contest it. So it's not the end of the world. Like we see Sand King, we kinda come to, like we're gonna get a kill, I think. Yeah. And we contest the pull at the same time. So we kill Sand King, we get the pull, and we just keep fighting all the time. Because these guys are still level 1, and they're super weak at level 1. Dice, we get the pull. Wisp is gonna stack, which is really nice. Like we did 3 things at the same time. We chased down Sand King, we contested the pull, and we got a stack. You know, this is almost ideal situation during the laning stage. And we got an obs. Now Wisp is gonna go for the pull, he's gonna deny almost a full wave. Even though they're gonna get it back, it doesn't matter. Because they cannot kill the wave. And we're gonna still contest. We deny the full wave, and we're coming to contest the pull. Like we missed only 1 creep, I think, yeah. Now we wanna zone them out. You see that? Now we got the lane back because of we stacked the pull, we got the wave back, and now we want to zone them out completely, because they cannot come to us, they cannot fight us at all, and we have these obs to abuse. So you see that? They're almost out of XP region. They're not here. We're just zoning them out completely. And they burned out so much region as well. You see? We force a dive, force a south, and we haven't lost a single creep. So sometimes what you want to do is you want to miss a few creeps, and in this case we just missed 1 creep, but it's better to zone both of them completely than getting 1 or 2 creeps. So see, that's the thing. Now we have double wave on them. There is no way these guys can play into double wave. This guy has only 1 level in Sandstorm, and into double wave it's super hard for them to get a pull or to contest a pull or whatever you're gonna call it. So right now, with this double wave, Wisp can get a pull on the big camp, or he can get on the small camp stack. He can decide whatever he wants to do basically. And the lane is super easy because there is no pressure on me. By the way, I decided to buy double band instead of a wand because I just want to hit them and last hit easier. So yeah, and as you can see, because of the double wave, he's just gonna run to the pool like I said. That's another thing that you need to know, by the way. Like when he goes to the pool, and you need to stop this pool. Like the moment he goes for the smoke camp, you as a carry, this guy is way weaker than you, so you need to stop this pool. You need to aggro the big boys, and you need to not let them pull this. Because if he gets a smoke camp pull and they get a big camp pull, it's kind of a win for them. So right now I want to stop them, and that's what I'm gonna do. He tries to pull, I come here, I aggro the creeps, and that's what we want. This is the ideal situation right now. We can fight them, I can come back to rush hitting. Soon the bounty runes are coming, we need to prepare for that as well. But that's not necessary. If you're winning the lane a lot, but they want to focus on runes, that's fine. You can let them get the runes, because winning the lane a lot is still better than getting 1 or 2 runes. As you can see, we still control the wave here. Because we got the double wave before, and we got the single pull, and I stopped the big camp, the wave is always going to be here. And this is where you want to be all the time. This is the safest spot for him. He comes to you, he gets like a missile, he gets rocket barrage, he can't really sustain this lane anymore. Now the catapult timing, that's what I was talking about. You need to make sure you kill the catapult before you go into farming or before you do anything. Before you TP, you need to make sure the catapult is dead. This is really important. Yeah, we just want to make sure we kill the catapult. Even if I lose so much HP, as you can see I lost a lot of HP and resources, but I want to make sure that this catapult dies. If the catapult is dead, there is no pressure on the lane. Now, after, you see, just after we kill the catapult, we can go into playing jungle. Before that, it's no way, because we're going to lose so much tower HP. So getting a perfect laning stage for me is basically you need to make sure that you don't get double waved, because if you get double waved, it's not going to work for you. You want to double wave them, and when you double wave the enemies, this way you can either like devour the pools, like if the pool is blocked, let's say, you can devour the pool safely, and then you can get the pools. Like you can get a big camp pool, you can get a small camp pool. This way you achieve almost a level and a half advantage, and you don't get in trouble at all. Like your tower is full HP, and you get pools, you get levels ahead, you win the region war. For me, this is almost ideal situation. If you can get pools, double wave them, and don't let them do that to you, basically. So double waving is really important, because imagine you're level 1 or level 2, or level 3 even Slark, but it's so hard for you to fight into 2 range creeps, or 8 creeps, or doesn't matter how many creeps, because the creeps are gonna deal more damage than the heroes even. So what you want is, you want to double wave them, because it's so hard for them to come and fight you. There is no way they can fight into that. And then your support is free to either fight with you or go and get a pull. But he has the freedom to do it just because you have double wave. There is going to be a situation where you get double waved, and when you get double waved, this is still fine. So you need to try and kill the creeps as fast as you can, and you need to go and contest the pull. You need to try and stop the pull. If you cannot stop the pull, you need to contest it, but this is not your support job, this is your job. And if your support is sleeping, let's say, you need to force him to come with you, and you guys stop the pull together even. And you need to fight for this. Even if you lose a salve, but you stop the pull, this is really good, because you can get so much XP because of it. An easy way to identify what's the problem on the lane is, like, let's say you're last hitting on the lane and you see who's stopping you from doing that. Let's say it could be Lina just like hitting you in the face all the time, not letting you come to the creeps. You need to see that from the start, from the first wave. You need to feel like, what's stopping me from getting what I want? Who's the guy stopping me from hitting creeps, for instance? So if it's Lina, but you guys lack the catch for the Lina, let's say, you need to change the target and you need to start going for the offlaner. This way you're going to force Lina to be a bit more defensive, because not always you're going to have the catch or the resources to go to kill the guy that's actually the problem for you in the lane. So it's a bit complicated when it comes to that. So, yeah. So in some games, usually the people are going to buy so many salves, but the thing is, if you can manage to, let's say, not buy a salve, but you can buy a bracer or you can buy a wand, and you see the enemy offlaner constantly buying salves, it means after 5 or 6 minutes, you're going to be ahead in network. And this guy is going to be so poor because of it. Even though he gets XP or it's hard for you to zone him out, he's still just burning out salve after salve. And in some matchups, let's say I'm playing a Morphling, I want to keep the lane intact. I don't want the lane to push, because you know if he comes to you, you're going to win the region war because you have shift. So basically, this is a big win as well. The best way to play aggressive, obviously, and we showed it in this replay, is that the moment you feel like you guys are going to win the region war or the fight itself, you can just start ignoring the creeps. You don't care about the creeps anymore. You just want to fight them. Because you keep fighting them, they're going to move back, they're going to buy salves, they're going to buy raindrops, and eventually after a wave or even 2 waves, you don't care about them, you're going to win. Like these guys cannot come to you anymore. You just want to fight them. The moment you feel you're a bit stronger than them, you just go for it. You don't just sit and hit creeps, you need to start hitting heroes. There are some matchups where, like I said, let's say you're playing a Slark with Orb of Venom into 2 melee heroes, then your position of 5 is not going to be so important in it. Because let's say level 3 you can get 2 Essence Shift, and then you can just sustain the lane and fight them on your own. But yeah, mostly your 5 needs to fight with the 4 or with the 3, and you guys need to coordinate that, and you fight together. So when you 1v3, let's say your support is bad and like he doesn't know what he's doing, what you want to do is you need to plan your next move. You need to see, okay, so the lane is hard for me now, what's my comeback mechanism? Let's say, like you can go jungle with Slark or any hero or TB that jungles, you know that you just need to hold on, you need to buy raindrops, you need to buy a few salves until you get to level 5, then you live. And then you need to just kill the catapult and that's it. But in some cases, let's say you play a Void, you know that you just need to hold the lane, wait till level 6, and then you move out from the lane and you try to get a comeback kill. You can either TP mid or TP bot, it's up to you. So two ways to play the game. Basically, you can either feel like you need to go jungle, you need to hold on until you get to the jungle point, or there's going to be a skill that you're going to use and you just wait for it. but that's the best you can do. Yeah, so when, like, the moment you start winning the lane, the way you can make most out of it is, like, you need to use the catapult at first, like minute 5. Sometimes you can even call a mid guy, or you can, like, at best, let's say you're winning the lane a lot, right? And you cannot use the top catapult and you're winning the top lane. What you can do is you can either TP mid, help the mid guy catapult, or you can TP bot and, like, push the bot tower, because, like, the offlaner and the position 4 are kind of weak and they don't want to rotate. And with that move also, like, you're gonna allow your position 5 to get level 6, to get more, to get, like, gold, get maybe boots, and you don't care about it because you're having a good lane and you can allow yourself to be annoying on other lanes as well. So the moment you start winning the lane a little bit, or let's say you get to level 5 territory and you wanna get level 6 or you wanna get level 7, it depends what you feel like, you need to tell your position 5, you need to make freedom for your position 5. You need to tell him that he can go get, like, minute 6 run, he can go use the catapult, he can TP bot, he can be annoying to the enemy carry. You just give him the full freedom and you just sit on this lane and you wait for it. Or the other option that there is that you can just go into jungle, you can start jungling and you let position 5 get, like, level 6, let him even die to an enemy gank or anything like that. What I mean by pushing the lane and going to jungle, and why it's so important to do it, is you need to put yourself in the enemies, guys. Like, imagine you're the enemy and you see that the wave is constantly coming to your face and you need to deal with it. And now imagine if you don't do it and your wave is hitting the enemy tower, like, what's more annoying for you? So basically, like, you want to be as annoying as you can, even though you're not fighting. Like, even though you're passive, you can still be annoying to the enemies by doing that. But by forcing a TP and winning, I mean is that when you force the TP, like, usually the guy who TPs doesn't want to be there. He just does it because he's pressured to do it, or the offlane guy is calling for him. But this is a big win for you, because right now the map is going to be way more open for you. Like, let's say the mid guy TPs, you can constantly even TP to mid and pressure the mid tower, and then they're going to be stuck on the map. They have to constantly be on the spot, on the spaces that they don't want to be. Like, they don't want to be there. Like, let's say the mid guy TP stop, or position 5 or position 4, it's going to open up a space on the opposite side of the map. The guy that, like, let's say the position 5 TP stop to try and save the tower, it means the enemy safe lane tower is exposed and you guys can play for that. And your safe lane tower is not going to be in any trouble because you guys force them to be, like, on their tier 1, not pushing your tier 1. That's what I mean. I mean, basically how you want to use the catapult or push the tower is that, like, obviously the catapult is really important to use that, to do that, because it's just way easier. But the thing is, you need to feel like you're strong enough and you don't need to be jungling to do that. So sometimes, like, let's say you're playing an anti-mage, you know, it's not going to be possible for you to push the tower because you don't contribute to the farm at all. Like, you don't help in the fight. So basically you need to be, like, high level and strong at the same time, but you need to be good in fights as well. Like, you need to help if, let's say, the enemy guy TPs or their carry TPs. You need to be strong to fight this, because you don't want to just, you know, die in the fight if you call a third guy. So the best course of action when you're losing your lane is you need to get rid of the enemy catapult, and, like, you wanna save your tower. You wanna save your tier 1 as much as you can, if that's possible, because not always, you know, this is possible. And you don't want to allow them to move into your jungle. Like, you want to still apply some sort of pressure, or, like, if you're losing a lot, you can rotate. You can go to the opposite side of the map. You can TP to your offlane and you can play there, for instance. Or you can go into ancients, but you don't want to, like, you don't want to receive pressure to you. You don't want to lose your tower and you don't do anything about it. Like, you want to either try to kill the wave, or you want to TP to the opposite side and get the enemy tier 1. There has to be some sort of answer, not just go into jungle and not do anything.